Now in the Zelda universe, items and tools are incredibly important. Link is literally doomed without them, and there's one of them that is the most important by far: the bombs. These play a role in almost every Zelda game to date. Now that I think about it, they are in every game as far as I can remember. That's how important they are, allowing you to do all kinds of things with them, like compete in minigames, open secret caves and rooms, and blow up any foes. However, after seeing a ton of different versions, I want to cover the types that are the most interesting and useful in my opinion. So let's look at my top 5 bombs from the Zelda series. Because boy, there are a lot of them, and some are quite odd, but cool. Number 5. Now to start off, we will look at something that almost seems impossible for most people, but the Hylians were able to make it work. A bomb that could be used underwater, which can be bought at Barney's Bomb Shop, a neat little store seen in Twilight Princess. They first become available once Link has received the Zora armor, and are essential for gaining access and exploring the Lakebed Temple. Now these bombs appear as blue fish with round explosives stuffed into their mouths, which greatly resembles a bombfish. So, are they just those creatures then? Well, no, because according to Barney's, they are handmade. However, we don't know if this is really true, so take it with a grain of salt. Now these bombs can be used to destroy certain walls, debris, and enemies that are underwater, which can be handy. It also opens the door to completely new stuff. Link can go underwater after all and maneuver effectively there, thanks to the Zora armor. So Nintendo could play around with this and hide certain caves and other things underwater, making it a place you can actually explore. And these bombs help to achieve that goal as well, and I think it's a cool concept that's rarely seen in games like this. So that, along with their interesting design, already makes them quite memorable. And it's not because I love Twilight Princess, I promise. And before we move on to the next one, I will share something with you that I never even knew until I was writing the script. You can actually catch bombfish with the fishing rod in certain areas, and these will end up in your inventory as these bombs, which is pretty neat. And I guess that this also hints towards the fact that the fish created by Barney's are actually real bombfish and not fake ones, unless he is incredibly good at making them. However, regardless of that, it's still a nice little touch, making these bombs very special for sure. Number 4. Now for our next bomb, we will look at one that none of you will ever expect. And that's because it's seen in games that aren't too popular. And that's also because I'm not a huge fan of it. I gotta say, the game is pretty fun though, before people assume I hate it. The explosive I'm talking about is the big bomb which was seen in Four Swords Adventures and Triforce Heroes. So basically the multiplayer Zelda games. But I will cover the one from Four Swords Adventures. Now they are a dangerous type of bomb seen in the game, which are dropped by Shadow Link and found as traps within treasure chests. They will explode after 10 seconds and blast the entire area. And if you are hit by it, then it's a game over instantly. The only way to survive it is by escaping to another screen. Otherwise, the insane explosion will get you. And you can do this by, for example, jumping into a hole, walking into a cave, or diving underwater. Personally, I find this genius. It creates a really cool trap that most people don't really expect when first playing the game. And personally, I'm always a fan of stuff like this, as some of you might have noticed after watching all my Evolution Of videos on the Super Mario games. So it's good to see that stuff like this was also seen in a franchise like The Legend of Zelda, and this bomb does a good job at it as well. It can create some interesting situations, which I especially noticed when playing it on stream a while ago. So it certainly deserves to be on the list in my opinion. It's just a shame that Nintendo didn't use stuff like this more in other games. It would have been cool to see in the Forsaken Fortress from the Wind Waker after all. Number 3. Now I want to start this one off by saying I love its design. Simple as that. It looks a lot better than a big bomb, especially in the 3DS version. Now the bomb I'm talking about is the powder keg from Majora's Mask. One of the, if not the most powerful bombs ever seen in the entire franchise. You can only purchase it as Goron Link and must first pass a certification test before you can even buy one. And in order to become certified, you must visit a Goron in the Goron powder keg shop, and he will then give you a lit powder keg, which you must then use to destroy the boulder blocking the entrance to the Goron racetrack. And you need to get there before the keg explodes. In general, it possesses devastating explosive power, and as such can be used to destroy obstacles that regular bombs can't. So in the game, they are rarely used. As far as I can remember, only 2 times. Once to open a racetrack, and another time to get to the ranch. So in this title, they are quite useless. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's not the reason why I like them, because there's nothing to like. However, what I do like about them is the fact that their design is so unique and that they have such incredible power. To be honest, this bomb is unlike anything seen in the game. In a way, it's a bit like the big bomb, but this time you can use it, and you can also do it anywhere, which is also fitting with the Goron technology, which we don't see a whole lot of in the entire franchise. So it's cool to get something like this for once. So while it isn't used a whole lot in Majora's Mask and doesn't even play a role in any of the other games, it's still cool, and that's not because I like Majora's Mask a whole lot, I swear. Number 2. Alright, while the last 2 were fun, they weren't able to do anything too crazy. It's just another water bomb, a big one, and some other stuff. So for our number 3, we will look at something quite different. The bomb chews, which are a type of mobile explosive that travels along the ground, walls, and ceilings. And as soon as they touch any object or enemy, they will explode. But they can also self-destruct if it takes too long. In the games they are seen in, they can be used to deliver explosive power to areas that regular bombs and other weapons cannot come. And they are also quite handy for attacking enemies or activating switches without needing to get close. In general, these have a very unique and specific role, only making them suitable for a small number of jobs. However, when you end up in a situation where you do need them, they are a real blessing in disguise. It also allows Nintendo to do more with the bombs seen in the franchise, which we see good examples of in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. In those titles, we even see minigames that are all about this type of bomb, and you need to use good timing and placement in order to win them. And even in the game's dungeons and stuff like that, they use it in a similar way. So I gotta say, it works pretty well. And because of that, I love them. It was also a huge improvement over the bombs seen in A Link to the Past, making it all even better. Number 1. Now we get to the very best one, which in my opinion is based on a really interesting and fun concept, while it's also used in amazing ways in the game it's seen in. The one I'm talking about is the Bombling, who first appear as normal enemies in the Force Temple. These will crouch when approached, and if not picked up or attacked, they will start attacking you, and if you startle them, they will self-destruct. So these creatures are basically living bombs that can either attack or hurt you, or be used to blow things up. Now during the Force Temple, we used them a lot. For example, to blow up rocks and defeat Deku-likes. And overall, you mostly use them along with the Gale Boomerang, which can move them to faraway areas. Overall, this already makes them quite fun to use, and in a way, a better version of the bomb chews seen before. But that isn't all. The temple's boss, Diababa, must also be defeated with the aid of Bomblings and the Gale Boomerang, and how they implemented this into the fight was pure genius. It makes for a really fun boss fight where these bombs are key. However, they aren't useless after this, because you can also buy them as normal bombs and then they act like bomb chews. So you can do more with them than you think. Overall, these bombs can do almost anything. It's a bit of a jack of all trades, which most other bombs just aren't. They usually have one specific role, but this one is more than just that, which makes them quite special in my opinion. And there was also something else that I found out when writing the script for this video. According to Chudley, you know, that shopkeeper in Hyrule Castle from that fancy shop, Bomblings are popular as pets among the women of the town. Now, I never knew about this because I probably never saw it in game, and now that I know and had the time to think about it, I don't really know how you even keep a creature like that as a pet. It's a freaking bomb on legs that will explode if you do the wrong thing. seems like a bad choice to bring into the house. But hey, what do I know? Maybe stuff like that works out fine. Also, I want to give an honorable mention to the bombs from Breath of the Wild, since they also bring a lot of versatility to the table. However, sadly enough, they are still just normal bombs. And now that we're at the end of the video, be sure to hit that like button, click subscribe and the bell button, check in the upper right corner of the video for more videos, and leave a comment naughty or nice, and I will see you in the next video.